Mandasya Gananjana Slakaya Chakshambalitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Radhikaya Priyapane Shishimada Bhaktivedanta Narayana Iti Namine Vanchakapatubhyascha Kripa Sindhadevacha Patitanam Pavanabhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Ananda Lilamaya Vigrahaya Hemabhidivya Javisandaraya Tasmama Prema Sapadaya Chaitanya Chandraya Namaste Shama Sundara Sikanda Shekhara Smaraza Limanaha Radhika Sikanam Kripanidhi Swakriya Charana Kinkarim Karu Tavaya Vashmi Najivami Tvaya Vina Iti Vignaya Radhe Tvam Nayanam Charanantike Bhaktya Vina Padalakshay Shivdastakamaधिkarang Kamaje Kripa Maitvam Sharanam Papanam Vrinde Namaste Charanarvindam. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Shivo Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. So before we begin, I'd like to offer my humble, most respectful obeisances, time and time again. Offer my heart like flowers at the dust of the lotus feet of my Gurudev, Nityalila Vishnupada Astadasada Shishimad Bhaktivedanta Narayana Goswami Maharaj. And at the same time, I offer my Koti Koti Dandavat Pranams at the dust of the lotus feet of my Param Gurudevs, Nityalila Vishnupada Astadasada Shishimad Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada, and Nityalila Vishnupada Astadasada Shishimad Bhakti Pragyan Keshava Goswami Maharaj. And I offer my unlimited obeisances unto all Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis and all assembled devotees here. Please accept my Dandavat Pranams. So, there's some senior Vaishnavas here. I don't know if Gaura Prabhu or Rishabdev Prabhu would like to speak. Gaura Prabhu, did you want to speak anything?
I want to speak anything. Everyone will run out of the door if I start speaking.
That's not true.
Why?
They'll say, why is he talking? What do I have to say? We're very fortunate to have you here, and we appreciate you taking the time out of your busy schedule to come and speak to us and enlighten all of us in the most wonderful process of Krishna consciousness. So, and everyone here, you know the benefits of Krishna consciousness, right? And so, if we hear Harikatha, we're all benefited. You're benefited. We're benefited, and the deities love to hear Harikatha. Gurudev loves to hear Harikatha, and you have had much association with Srila Gurudev, and you're passing that on, and that is the process. We hear from the pure Vaishnava, and we repeat as closely as we can to what they've taught us. So I appreciate that very much. Haribol, is that good enough?
Well, I feel myself very fortunate to be here in Alachua with all Vaishnavas, especially senior Vaishnavas like Gaura Prabhu and Rishabdev Prabhu, Shan Prabhu, so many Sadev Prabhu. yeah, so many. So I feel that Gurudev sent me around the world to travel and preach. I'm not actually preaching, I'm just trying to repeat whatever I heard from him under the Vaishnavas. But really, it's for my own purification, but especially it's to get the association of so many near and dear Vaishnavas who are very near and dear to Gurudev and other Vaishnavas. So I feel myself very blessed to be here. Anyway, according to the... Oh, did anyone else want to speak anything? Yeah, Sean Babu. Sorry?
The phone?
Oh, the phone's not right. Okay.
It's blocking.
Oh, I see.
You put it-
Okay. Maybe put it on this side if it stretches. Yes.
One thing,
Mm-hmm.
you have to control the volume on this. If you have it too high, you'll get
Okay,
feedback.
like
So
that. It's
I
better.
would bring it down a little bit.
Okay. Haribo, that's
Yeah,
too.
you adjusted it. But if it's too hard...
Hare
too-
Krishna. Is that okay?
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, did anyone else want to speak anything?
I'd like to say, Swagatam, thank you for coming.
Mm.
Please share whatever you can, whatever you're inspired to share with us, that you heard from Shri
Yeah.
Please be happy to share it.
Thank you for inviting me and having me here. And
Can I ask
I
a
wanted.
question?
Yes.
Okay. I was wanting to hear what you heard from Srila Gurudev about the definition of, since we're talking about Kartik and it's not Kartik yet, the definition of Sankalpa and when to take it and how serious to be about it.
I spoke something about that
Oh,
yesterday.
you did?
Yeah, I don't know if
Last
you
night?
I
heard.
thought you just
Yeah.
mentioned it, but then I didn't.
Okay, yeah. Alright.
I don't
Maybe
know.
next time. Huh? Mhm. So, yeah, according to the desire of Bimala Didi, then she wanted me to speak something on Brajmandal Parikrama, but as I only have 3 days, say 3 hours, it's not possible to cover all the places. So yesterday we went to Vrindavan, just the first place, Kaliyagrad. Okay, today I wanted to go to Varshana because this is a very, very important place, and there's so many places around Varshana that we can go. So we can try to speak on the glories of Srimati Radhika and Varshana. But about Sankalpa, Sankalpa means like a very solemn vow. So we're making that vow at the beginning of Kartik, going to the banks of Yamuna, under the guidance of Shri Guru and Vaishnavas, offering prayers to Yamuna Devi, Vrindavan Dham, Braj Dham, and taking some water in the palms of our hand and making this vow that throughout Kartik, this 1 month, which is Srimati Radhika's month, that we have a desire, a very, very deep desire in our hearts, and that is what Gurudev told us is the very goal of our lives, to attain the service of Srimati Radhika. So we have this aspiration for Radha Darshan, and this is not an ordinary aspiration, this is very, very rare and very high goal. So in order to attain that goal, we need the mercy of Shri Guru, Vaishnavas, and all who are connected to Srimati Radhika Krishna. That means Yamuna Devi, Vrinda Devi, Yogamaya Purnamasi, Lalita Saki, Vishaka Saki, all, Govardhan, Giriraj, Maharaj. So we're begging for their mercy, taking the dust from all the holy places that we're going in Braj, and begging that maybe I have no qualification to aspire for such a very high goal, but nevertheless, my Gurudev has given me this aspiration in my heart, and in order to attain that, then I will do whatever is necessary to attain that. I will accept what's favorable for bhakti, reject what's unfavorable for bhakti. In this month, I won't talk any prajalpa. I won't criticize anyone. Well, not just in this month, but always, we hope. I will always honor and respect all my Gurudev or Vaishnavas, and practice Trinada Pisanishana in a very humble mood, beg for their mercy, because without the mercy of Shri Guru and Vaishnavas, it's not possible to attain such a high goal. So, we're carrying this aspiration in our heart. We've made this vow to try our level best to attain this goal, and we're making the vow to do whatever it takes to attain that during this month of Kartik. Or you may have any other desire connected with that. So we can try, we can pray like this. So, but the idea in Kartik is that we remain very focused. So maybe when we're in, especially in the West, there's so many distractions. In Braj, at that time during Kartik, we're fully engaged in the bhajans, kirtans, harikatha, constantly. So hopefully we have no time for any prajalpa, anything else. You know, just fully immersed in the glories of all these Leela Stalis and the glories of Srimati Radhika especially. So I wanted to go to Varshana today, and actually we go there. This place is a very beautiful place, and we see it's a big hill. But what is that hill actually? So Lord Brahma, he prayed to take birth in Braj, and what did he pray? Tad buri bhagam yajamma kimapyatavyam yat gokule pikatamangri vajobhishekam. So Lord Brahma, who's our Adi Guru, he's Guru of our whole sampradaya. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepted this Brahma Madhava, Gaudiya Sampradaya. And he's praying like this. He saw the opulence of Krishna, and he thought, oh, you are not ordinary, you are the Supreme Personality of Godhead himself. And no one can count your glories. Even someone may be able to count the grains of dust or sand on the earth, but no one can count your innumerable glories. So it would be my great good fortune to take birth in any species in Braj. Okay, if I could only take birth in the human species, but wait, I'm not so qualified to take birth as a human in Braj. So what else? Okay, even if I can take birth as a insect or blade of grass or shrub or creeper or anything, just so that I can attain the dust of the lotus feet of the Brijbasis. That's all I want. But then Krishna may say, oh, but actually, you haven't done anything to attain such a position. What have you done? You don't have any sukriti for this. So Krishna is telling Lord Brahma this. And then Lord Brahma says, okay, it's true. So then if it's not impossible for me to take birth as a human or any other species, like even a blade of grass, a shrub, a creeper, then what can I do? Okay, if only I could take birth as just a rock in Raj, in Gokul. Why is this gone on? So in that way, then when the ladies, these street sweepers who sweep the paths in Braj, and they clean out the drains. So we know in drains there's so much stool, so much nasty stuff there, but there.
You keep on turning it off.
Is it okay? You can hear?
Yeah, I can.
Okay. So at the end, after they've worked so hard all day, at the end of the day, then they wipe their feet on like some stone, some rock. And I'm thinking that if only I could take birth as such a stone, such a rock, then I could get the dust of their lotus feet on my head. I could bathe in that dust. And in this way, my life would be a success. So I'm only praying for this. So like this, Lord Brahma, he wanted to witness Radha and Krishna's sweet leelas. So Krishna told him, okay, then you should go to Vrishabhanapur, which means Varshana, and there you can take the form of a hill, and then your cherished desire will be fulfilled. So, so like this, Brahma, he became Brahma Parvat. This hill in Varshana, at least like one side. And on the other side, that's Vishnu Parvat. Vishnu himself became a hill on the left side, Brahma on the right side. So Varshana's original name is Vrishabhanapur. Why? Because Vrishabhanu Maharaj, and who's the father of Srimati Radhika, he lived there along with his family. And Srimati Radhika grew up there, so she performed so many pastimes there. So the parikrama of Varshana is altogether 4 miles long. And there are 4 hills on Varshana representing, some say representing the 4 heads of Lord Brahma. So there's Vilaskar, Danga, Manga, and Mayurkuti. So there's also 4 sarovars there, kunds. That's Vrishabhana Kund, Ketija Kund, Vihar Kund, also known as Tilak Kund, and Dohani Kund. So first, when we enter Varshana, the hill of Varshana, we come to Sankari Kor. So Sankari means that's a very narrow path in between these 2 hills of Vishnu Parvat and Brahma Parvat. So this indicates that the pathway to Radhadasham is very narrow. So means we have to be very one-pointed to attain this goal. It's not so easy. So also, you can see that only one person can go at a time through that passageway. So what does this mean? It means that I am totally responsible for walking this narrow path of bhakti. So we may follow this path very slowly, very steadily, one step at a time. But in this way we can move forward. But if we go this side or that side, then we may become deviated and we may become lost in the forest of Maya. So we have to be very one-pointed. So like this, when we go there, when we used to go there with Gurudev, then all Krishnadas Prabhu and other kirtaniyas, they would sing so many Brijbasi kirtans. I'm going to attempt to sing. Then you would run away for sure. So like this, and all the Brijbasis, everyone begins dancing. So it's a very joyful atmosphere. So then, what is everyone remembering at that place? So Gurudev used to explain that Krishna and his sakhas, like Subal, Sridhar, Madhamonga, they used to come through that path. Why? Because they knew very well that Shrimati Radhika and the gopis would often pass through there. What were they carrying? They would be carrying pots of milk, butter, yogurt, everything on their heads. So Krishna and the sakhas, they would think, oh, this is a very good opportunity to somehow tease the gopis. So they would, Krishna would stop them. Hey, where do you think you're going? You cannot pass through here without giving me tax. So then Radhika and the gopis, they would say, why should we give you any tax? Who are you? Are you the owner of this place? And Krishna would say, yes, actually, I'm taking care of this place. Who else is taking care? And gopis would say, what, you're taking care? With all your cows ruining this place? No, you are not taking any care, quite the opposite. So like this loving quarrel would take place, and Krishna anyhow would demand tax, and gopis would always refuse. And then Krishna would say, okay, we have no choice, and he would call the sakhas, and then they would plunder all the gopis' milk products, their butter, yoga, everything on their heads by force. So the gopis, they became very tired of this. They would complain to each other that, oh, this Krishna, he's always plundering our milk products. So we have to do something about this. So then one day, Shrimati Radhika, Lalita, Vishaka, and all. What's the problem? Huh?
I think you're
Just change the batteries.
too low.
Oh.
So I'm
It
gonna.
sounds good?
Yeah. No, keep it on. Keep it on.
Okay. So, Haribol. Shall I continue?
Yeah.
Okay. So, so then Shrimati Radhika and the gopis, they became very tired of Krishna and sakhas harassing them on a daily basis. So then they thought, okay, enough is enough. We have to do something about this. We should somehow take revenge. So so then they all got together And they decided that one day we will all gather here and we can hide in the various caves and kunjas everywhere, like thousands of
I need
gopis.
the end, just the end. You keep that on. Yeah, here.
Oh, okay.
Okay, talk.
Okay.
Good. So
Hi,
we're
bro.
going to adjust.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
There you go.
Yeah.
Bingo.
Okay, that's better. Hmm. So, as I was saying, so they were, so they decided that they would hide in the various caves and kunjas all around this Brahma Parvat, Vishnu Parvat, on these two hills. And when Krishna and his Sakhas would come and they would start demanding tax, then they would all come out from all the thousands of gopis there would come out and they would attack Krishna and his Sakhas and get their revenge. So like this, they divided into various groups, and one day they all hid in this area of Sankari Kor, or the hills there. So, as usual, Krishna and his Sakhas came, and then Krishna was there, and he approached this one group of Sakhis. So a few gopis were there, and he demanded tax. He said, "Hey, where are you going? You cannot pass through here without paying tax to me." So then gopis, they were there, and they signaled to all the gopis on the hill to come, to descend down and attack Krishna and his Sakhas. So then they all came from here, there, everywhere, thousands of them. And some of them, they captured Madhu Mangal, Subal, Sridham, Arjuna, so many Sakhas like this. And then they said, "Why are you always plundering our yogurt, butter, and milk? You cannot do this anymore. You have to stop. So we're going to teach you a very good lesson." Then they captured them all, and they tied the seekers to the branches of the trees, and they started slapping their cheeks like till they were swollen. And then one gopi said to Madhu Mangal, "Hey, will you ever do this again?" Madhu Mangal was folding his hands. No, please don't blame me. I'm just a simple Brahmin boy, and actually I was under the influence of this cunning Krishna. It's not me. He's the one you should be capturing and punishing. So I was just feeling very hungry. I was just feeling very hungry, and that's why I did that. But I promise I'll never do this again. And Gopi said, "Oh, yes, you should make a vow. I will never, ever plunder the milk products of the gopis ever again." So Madhu Mangal, holding his ears, he was saying, yes, please forgive me. I promise I will never, ever do this ever again. So like this, then some other gopis, they captured Krishna. So they also told Krishna, "Oh, every time you're demanding tax from us, so now we're going to teach you a good lesson." So what they did, they took gopi skirt, they put it on Krishna. They took a blouse, also dressed Krishna with this blouse. They put bangles on his arms. they put anklets on his feet, kankan on his part there, and they put a pot of yogurt on his head. And they said to Krishna, okay, so you have to promise never ever to do this again. Krishna said, I promise. Okay, we're going to teach you a good lesson. So Lalita Saki from above, she threw a stone from right down the hill, hitting this pot on Krishna's head, and they broke the pot, and the yogurt drenched Krishna all over his body. And the Sakis, they started clapping and laughing and like this. So then Gopi said to Krishna, okay, so now we want you to take a vow that from this day on, you will never ever demand tax from the gopis again and plunder their milk products. So Krishna, he held his ears and he took that vow. Oh yes, I promise. I will never ever do that again, I promise, like this. So this very sweet Leela, it took place, this place of Sankariko. And then we're entering the deep forest of Gohavan. So Gohavan means very deep, dense, inaccessible, secret. So this is this whole forest of Varshana. It's very dense forest full of many kunjas. In all these kunjas, Radha and Krishna and all the Sakis, they used to play. So then we're going, we're passing through, after passing through Sankari Core, we're going down, and we come to first places, you know?
When we go up the steps or?
No, before that. Who
Go
knows?
down the steps to the Kunja?
Oh,
No, we're after going through Sankari Core, we're going down,
Yeah.
and where do we? Where's the very first place we come to? Huh? Okay, don't be in Alachua, you have to be in Varshana now. Who they would say?
Radhika's father, what's his name again?
No,
That's
no.
Yeah, that's down at the bottom. That's before we even start going up.
Yeah.
Rishabhadra.
No, we come to Chiksoli. Chiksoli. So that is the place of, you know,
Chitra. Or no,
Chitra. Yeah,
Chitra.
the birthplace of Chitrasaki. So we know that Chitrasaki, she's very expert in many arts, like painting. So she loves to paint Krishna and other Radha and Krishna. So many different beautiful, you could say, what's the word, Uripan for Radha and Krishna to enhance their pastimes. So she's also very expert in dressing and decorating Srimati Radhika in so many ways. She decorates all beautiful dresses, ornaments, and makeup like this. So what pastime took place, many pastimes took place there, but one Gurudev used to tell was how Srimati Radhika, we know she has very deep anurag, very deep loving attachment to Krishna. So once Srimati Radhika, she was there playing in that area, and all of a sudden she heard the sweet sound of Krishna's flute, and that melody, that beautiful sweet tune, entered her ears, and then she became completely mesmerized by that, and she was thinking, oh, I've never heard such a sweet melody as this before. Who is it who's playing that flute? Whoever it is, I just, whoever that boy is, I just want to give my mind, my body, my everything to him. He has completely captured my heart and stolen my heart. Therefore, I am his. So like this, she gave her heart to that boy playing the flute is none other than Krishna. Then, later on, she saw a beautiful painting that Chitrasakhi had done. And this was Krishna in his threefold bending form. So beautiful, so sweet. And she was looking at that picture and thinking, oh, who is this beautiful boy in this painting? He is so handsome, so attractive. Oh, if only I could meet that boy. Oh, definitely, I would give my heart to him and no one else. So like this, again, she gave her heart to the boy in Chitrasakhi's painting. And then, another time, she saw that this boy was in threefold bending form, Tribangala form. Krishna, he was entering the forest with all his sakas, the cows, and she was seeing from a distance, oh, this beautiful boy, who is he? And she became so mesmerized by his beauty. She became so attractive, and she was completely charmed. So many bhavs rose in her heart, and she was thinking, oh, I cannot possibly control myself. I have to meet this boy somehow. I am his and he is mine. So then afterwards, Krishna, he went off in the distance and she could no longer see him. And she was thinking, oh, where is that boy gone? Where is that boy gone? And she became completely restless. And like this, then she began thinking, wait a minute, I just gave my heart to that boy who's entering the forest. Also, I gave my heart to that boy who is playing the flute. And I also gave my heart to that boy in the painting of Chitrasakhi. That means I've given my heart to 3 different boys. How is this possible? Oh, fie on me, I am so unchaste. Then what can I do? I should just simply give up my life. So Lalita Sakhi started to laugh when she heard Shrimati Radhika say. She was laughing and laughing, and Shrimati Radhika was saying, Lalita, why are you laughing like this? Don't you understand how I'm feeling? I want to give up my life. Lalita said, no, there's no need for you to give up your life. Why? Radhika said, because I'm so unchaste, I've given my heart to 3 different boys. Most women, they give their heart to only one. They have one husband and they don't look at any other man. But look at me now. Then Lalita Sakhi said, no, you've become so bewildered. You don't understand that those 3 men are actually only one man. That boy that you heard playing the flute, and that same boy is the boy who was in the painting of Chitrasakhi, and that same boy you saw entering the forest with his sakas and cows. That boy is none other than your Brajendra Nandan Shyama Sundar. So like this, no need to give up your life. You belong to Krishna, he belongs to you. So like this is due to Shrimati Radhika's anurag. She has such deep loving attachment for Krishna that sometimes she becomes bewildered and she thinks, oh, seeing Krishna directly, I've never seen such a beautiful boy before in my whole entire life. But Lalita Sakhi reminds her, oh wait, you were just sitting on the lap of that Shyama Sundar a few hours ago. So like this is due to anurag, that she has ever new, ever fresh, loving moods towards Krishna, and she feels like she's seeing Krishna for the very first time. So then we come to Mayokuti. So we're going around from Chiksoli, and we come to that place. We usually take Pushab there.
Oh,
Yeah?
Morning.
Yeah. And lots of chapatis, the kitri. So then some devotees, before, after taking Pushab, they go up the hill to where? Mayokuti. So actually this place is, Ras Mandal is there. So where Radha and Krishna performed Ras Leela. So Radha and Krishna, they danced in the form of a peacock and peahen there. So once Srimati Radhika, she was in man, and Krishna was trying to pacify her man. But no matter how hard he tried, he could not pacify her man. So then Krishna thought what to do. So he asked the advice from Vishakasaki. She said, oh, why don't you dress up as a peacock? And in that way, you can dance very beautifully and you can attract the heart and mind of Srimati Radhika. So with the help of Vishaka, he dressed up like a beautiful, most beautiful peacock. Dress was like exactly like a peacock. And looking at Krishna, you couldn't see any difference between him and a peacock. So then Srimati Radhika was coming, and he started to dance, spread his wings, and he started to dance most beautifully, most charmingly. And Srimati Radhika, she was looking, and she was saying, oh, who is that peacock is so beautiful, so I've never seen such a most attractive peacock before in my whole entire life. And she couldn't keep her eyes off this peacock, and she was watching how Krishna was in the form of a peacock was dancing, and he was moving so charmingly, dancing so sweetly, and like this she couldn't keep her eyes off him. So she became so inspired. She thought, wow, I want to dance along with this peacock. That peacock can teach me how to dance. So then she also dressed as a very beautiful peahen, and she went right next to Krishna in the form of a peacock, and she started dancing. He was taking one step, she was taking one step, this side, that side, like this, and they were dancing in the most beautiful like formation, and like this, looking into each other's eyes. And Srimati Radhika understood this is no ordinary peacock, this is Krishna himself, and she became so enlivened, so inspired. All the peacocks, the hens, they came to join their dance. So like this, they were performing the most extraordinary dance, and all the clouds gathered in the sky. Then they started raining very gently, like there was a light shower of rain, and Radha and Krishna, all the peacocks and peahens, they became even more inspired. So they were dancing in the most astonishing way, and all the Sakis were looking on, and they were completely charmed. So they started to sing and play, sing in various rags and play all so many musical instruments, and like this, it was a very beautiful scene. So this is Mayokuti. Then we come to Krishna Kund or Honey Kund. So there's Goshala, and there were hundreds and thousands of Vrishabhanu Maharaj's cows there. So one day, Srimati Radhika was watching the cows being milked, that place, and a desire came in her heart to milk the cows. So then she thought, okay, I have to bring a pot. So she went there with her pot, and she took the teats of the cow. She began milking. But then Krishna arrived, and he started laughing, looking at Shrimati Radhika's feeble attempt to milk the cows. So then he said, you don't know how to milk the cows. What are you doing? You know, I'm very expert at milking cows because I've milked cows all my life from when I was a young child. So I'll teach you how to do it. So he gently pushed Radhika out the way, and she's okay, you can teach me. So then Krishna sat down, and he started to milk the cows. He said, you come close, you can watch. And then Krishna took hold of 2 teats of the cows, and he said, you take hold of the other 2 teats, and then like this. Krishna said, but watch me, watch how I'm doing it. So then he immediately turned these 2 teats towards Shrimati Radhika, towards her face, and like a big jet of milk came all over her face and soaked her completely. So then Shrimati Radhika, she became very upset. So, but all the sakis, they started laughing and clapping like this. So that took place there in that area, Krishna Kund and the Honeycomb. So then we come to Danga. So Danga is place of where Krishna and Subal, Sridham, Mother Mongol, they all came there to demand tax from the gopis, and knowing that every day or every other day they would come by, and Krishna would stop them. Hey, where are you going? You cannot pass by without paying me tax. But Radhika and the gopis would always refuse to pay the tax and just continue walking. But Krishna wouldn't allow them. So we can talk more about this Dangati Leela tomorrow, because tomorrow we'll go to Govardhan. So then we come to Manga. So actually we've passed, after Krishna Kund, we go through, and just on the left side is Manga, and this is very tall hill, maybe the tallest hill there in Varshana. So many steps. So not everyone goes there because it's not easy to climb those steps. But we can understand that just like Shrimati Radhika's man is very tall, very, very high, then it's very difficult for Krishna to break her man. So like this, Krishna has to climb the tall mountain of Shrimati Radhika's man and try to break it, but not always possible. So one day, Krishna sent a message through Vrinda Devi that him and Radhika should meet at a certain place, certain time, right there. So Krishna was on his way there to meet Shrimati Radhika, but then Padma, Saki of of Chandravali, then she stopped Krishna along the way, and she said, you know what? My Saki is feeling so much separation from you. Please, you must go and see her and pacify her because I don't know what will become of her if you don't go right now. So she was describing her state of separation to Krishna, and Krishna said, okay, I'll go there, don't worry. So she followed Padma into the Kunj of Chandravali, and he became so absorbed in playing with her, talking with her very sweetly, and then he forgot everything else, and he forgot that he was supposed to meet with Shrimati Radhika. So then later he was talking to Chandravali, and in the meantime, Radhika was waiting and waiting for Krishna, and she became very upset. Where is he? So one parrot of Shrimati Radhika's came there, and he sat on the branch of the tree, right there. And he was witnessing all the sweet, loving pastimes that was taking place between Krishna and Chandravali. And then Krishna, he suddenly realized, oh no, I forgot I was meant to meet my beloved Radhika. Oh no, what can I do? So then he quickly made an excuse to leave. So then he was going very quickly, and on his way, that parrot came flying by, and he realized that, that's the same parrot that was in the kunj. Oh. So then that parrot said, oh Nandanandan, you are the son of a king, and you have all good qualities, except for one good quality. You're not very intelligent, you're not very smart, because you were meant to meet with Shrimati Radhika. And now you got diverted and you met with Chandravali. So I saw everything, and I'm going to tell everything to Shrimati Radhika. So then Krishna thought, oh no, what can I do? And he thought, I cannot possibly get to the kunj of Radhika before this parrot. So he was really lamenting that this parrot saw everything, knows everything. So then, and then he was thinking of Lalita Saki. Oh, when I go there, then I'm going to have to face Lalita Saki, and she will chastise me so much. So then that female parrot returned to Shrimati Radhika and started telling Radhika everything. So then Radhika, she became very distressed, and she became in man. There's two types of man that Shrimati Radhika has. One is Jai Shri Shri Radha Govinda Ki Jai. So one is what's it called? Hetu man and a Hetu man. So Hetu man means without cause, Hetu man means with cause. So now Shrimati Radhika took on this Hetu man. So then this man is very, very difficult to break. So Krishna, he arrived there, and being late, then Shrimati Radhika was very upset, and she was this man. Then Krishna, he came in a very humble mood, trying to pacify her man, but Radhika was like this, turning her face away from Krishna. So then Krishna, he tried in all kinds of ways to pacify her man. He tried so many different tricks, different means to pacify her man, but nothing would work. So then Krishna, he became very morose. He felt like completely helpless and hopeless. And he thought, what can I do? It's not possible to pacify her man. So he left the kunj, and feeling very sorry for himself, then he was walking along with his head down, and on the way he came across Vishakasaki. So then Vishakasaki asked him, what's wrong? And he told her. And he said, don't worry, I can help. She said, I can help you. So what you should do is you should disguise yourself as a Saki, Shama Saki, who can play the veena very nicely, can sing very nicely. Don't worry, I'll help you. So then she took Krishna aside, and she dressed him very, very nicely, beautiful gopi skirt, blouse, everything, so many nice ornaments. makeup decoration. So then she said, come with me. So Krishna, in the form of Shamasaki, followed her. And then she went ahead, she told Srimati Radhika, you know, I just met this Saki. And she's so beautiful. And she sings so nicely. She plays the veena so expertly. I've never heard anything like this, how she plays. It's so wonderful. Would you like to hear her play? Would you like to hear her sing? So Srimati Radhika said, yes, yes, of course, bring her here. So then Vishaka, she introduced Shamasaki to Srimati Radhika, and she was praising her, telling all her good qualities to Srimati Radhika. And then Radhika said, yes, come, sit right next to me. I want to hear you sing, I want to hear you play. So then Shamasaki said, yes, and he started to sing and started singing so many various rags. And Radhika was listening, and this melodious sound was entering her ears. She became completely mesmerized. She thought this so beautiful. And then she started playing the veena. And all like was ascending, descending notes. And Radhika was completely charmed. And she was thinking, oh, so beautiful, so beautiful. I've never heard anything like this in my life. Oh, this Saki is so expert. Then she thought, what can I give this Saki? I have to give her some gift. I will give her the gift of my embrace. So she wrapped her arms around this Saki. As soon as she touched her, she understood. Oh, this is none other than my beloved Shyam. So like this, her heart melted, her mind completely broke, and she had a very sweet meeting with Vijendrananda and Shyamasundar. So this happened in this place, Mangar. Then we come to Vilasgar. So Radha and Krishna, they perform many.
This is on the path to Sri Temple, all the way up. This is
Yeah, so then we're going, okay, we've gone to Mangar. There's two ways you can go from Mangar to Vilasgar. One is up on the hill, or otherwise you come right down the steps and you go down at the bottom of the hill, but those paths meet anyway, and they meet like in this Vilasgar area. So Vilas means like very amorous, playful pastimes. So Radha and Krishna perform many playful pastimes in this place. So once Srimati Radhika, as a child, was playing with her Sakis, and they were playing in the sand there, and Srimati Radhika, she'd sometimes like to build like sand castles there. Sometimes Krishna would come and break those sand castles down. Radhika would become so upset. So anyway, one time Radhika was there playing in the sand, and Krishna, he was feeling so much separation from Srimati Radhika, so he decided to go and meet her there. And he showed up and he wanted to go inside the kunj, but Sakis, they stopped him and they said, no, it's not possible that you can meet with our Saki now. So then Krishna said, what? How you can stop me? So he forced his way in. He entered the kunj, and by the desire of Krishna, by the arrangement of Yogamaya, suddenly there was a big dust storm, and dust was flying everywhere. The whole place became covered with dust. So the Radhika and the Sakis, they covered their eyes so the dust wouldn't go in their eyes. And then not being able to see anything, Krishna took his opportunity and he embraced Srimati Radhika and he started kissing her cheeks. So like this, they had very loving, sweet meeting there. So we know that many times Krishna, feeling separation from Srimati Radhika, he would desperately want to meet her. So sometimes he would disguise himself as a lady forest, sometimes as a bangle seller, sometimes as a demigoddess, sometimes as a boatman, sometimes as a Brahmin, sannyasi, abhimanyu. So many ways Krishna would try to trick Srimati Radhika into meeting him. So one time Krishna disguised himself as a bangle seller in this area, and Radhika was in Man. So Krishna was roaming around that area, and Shakasaki saw him and he said, "Oh, you have so many nice bangles." And Krishna was showing, "Yes, you see, I have so many, such a variety of bangles. You see, there's some red, yellow, green, all different colors, and look at these blue bangles." And Vishaka was looking, "Oh, my Saki Srimati Radhika would love these bangles. Come and show her." So then Vishaka Saki, she brought this bangle seller, who was none other than Krishna, into the kunj of Srimati Radhika, and she told, "Oh, Radhika, I just met this bangle seller, and she's got the most beautiful variety of bangles. So you should see. You want to see?" And she said, "Yes. You know, I have all these different color bangles, and you see these blue bangles, like sapphire bangles. You want to see?" And Srimati Radhika was looking, "Yes, I want to see those blue bangles. That's my favorite color. You please, show me." You put on my wrist. So then she put on Radhika's wrist. As soon as Radhika felt the touch of Krishna, then she knew immediately, this is no ordinary bangle seller. This is my beloved Shyama Sundar. And then they had a very beautiful, sweet meeting there also. So then, finally, we come to place where the last part, and then we come around to Sriji. Well, it's before Sriji Mandir. What's that? Krishna's palace. And then after Krishna's palace, we come to Sriji Mandir. So then, finally, our final stop. So in that place, Gurudev and all Vaishnavas would glorify Srimati Radhika, because this is secret kunj of Radhika, where Radha and Krishna would often meet there. So, so telling the glories of Srimati Radhika, there's many innumerable glories. Devi Krishna Mai Prakta Radhika Paradevata Savalakshmi Mai Sava Kanti Samohini Para. So Gurudev would often tell this verse of Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, what he wrote in Chaitanya Charitamrita, how Srimati Radhika is Krishna Mai. That means she's seeing Krishna everywhere. Wherever she looks, inside and outside of herself, she sees only Krishna. She's completely absorbed in Krishna. So wherever her mind wanders, that's all she sees. Krishna, Krishna, Krishna everywhere. So if she looks towards the sky, she sees the clouds in the sky, blackish, bluish clouds in the sky, and she sees, oh, there's my beloved Shyama Sundar. And if she's a man, he says, hey, you don't come near me. I don't want to see your face today. Go away from here. Like this. And then if she looks around and she sees a Tamil tree, then she sees, oh, there's my beloved Shama Sundar. She doesn't see a Tamil tree before her. So sometimes she will run to embrace that Tamil tree, and she'll see that now I have the embrace of my beloved Shama Sundar. So wherever she goes to Yamuna, she goes the banks of Yamuna, she goes to Giraj Govardhan, anywhere she only sees Krishna. So sometimes maybe a man may fall in love with a woman, and lover and beloved, they are only thinking of each other. So, but this is mundane relationship. So then, when the lover is separated from the beloved and vice versa, then they may be remembering so many exchanges they had, the beauty of their beloved, so many sweet talks they had, so many sweet loving exchanges they had. But sometimes their mind may become diverted to other things. But Srimati Radhika's mind never ever becomes diverted for even one moment from Krishna. So she's Krishnamaya. She has such an intense absorption in Krishna. So her name's also Radhika, which means she fulfills all the desires of Krishna. Any desire that Krishna has, even before he desires, Radhika will fulfill that desire. So Radhika also means one who worships Krishna. So you could say she worships Krishna in the best possible way, the topmost way. But Gurudev gave the other meaning, which is that, you know the other meaning? That Aradhana, Krishna, who worships Srimati Radhika. So Krishna worships Radhika in so many ways, trying to pacify her man in so many ways, like he will place his peacock feather at her lotus feet. Verse. Venam karami patitam skalitam sikandam bashtam japita vashnam vajrajasuno yasha kadaksha saragata vimuchitasa tam radhikam paricharami kadarasena. So who is Krishna? He is the Supreme Lord, the Lord of Lords, and he is most beautiful and attractive. But what happens to him when he sees the beauty of Srimati Radhika? So sometimes Krishna, he's going cow herding, and he looks in the direction of Srimati Radhika, who's glancing at him from a hidden position in some kunj. So then Srimati Radhika starts shooting Krishna with her sidelong glances. That glance is full of her loving barbs. So this is like an arrow that goes directly into his heart, pierces his heart, and at once he becomes completely helpless. His peacock feather falls to the ground, and his vamsi falls from his hand, and his pitambar also slips from his body. So that peacock feather of Krishna, that's like a victory flag. That Krishna has gained victory over all the gopis. But he's saying now, Srimati Radhika, you've completely defeated me by your beauty, by your sweetness, all your qualities. So his peacock falls at her lotus feet. Also, that flute that Krishna controls everyone by. All the gopis he controls by his flute song. Then that very flute falls down at Srimati Radhika's lotus feet. And not only that, is Pitambar, which is yellowish, like it looks like lightning on his beautiful blackish body, which is like a rain cloud. Then this falls down on the ground, and Krishna, he can no longer control himself. He begins trembling, and he begins to faint, fall on the ground, unconscious. So then Madam Mongol says, "Hey, Saka, what are you doing? Don't fall down now. Now is not the time." So like this, Krishna can hardly control himself when he sees the beauty of Srimati Radhika. So in this place, Varshana, every single dust particle contains all the qualities of Srimati Radhika, all the pastimes of Srimati Radhika is there in every single dust particle. It's reflecting Srimati Radhika and all her qualities. So we can go there and we can try to take the dust from that place, smear the dust on our bodies, because we want to attain the mercy of Srimati Radhika. We want to somehow attain the service of Srimati Radhika. Like Srila Raghunath Das Goswami is praying, Ashabara Amrita Sindhu Maya Kata Chit Kala Mayati Kamita Kila Sampatanhi. He's praying, "Oh Srimati Radhika, somehow I'm passing my days in great longing only to fulfill one desire, one greed I have." What is that desire? That I know it's very, very rare to attain your lotus feet, to attain the service of your lotus feet. But somehow I've spent my whole life for this. And I hold in my heart this one and only hope that I only want to serve you. Oh Srimati Radhika, please, please, if you are not merciful to me, then I will surely give up my life. So please just bestow one drop of mercy upon me. Just sprinkle me with one drop of your mercy so that I may serve your lotus feet. Even I'm ready to give up Vrindavan for this, because Vrindavan is my home, Vrindavan is my everything. But what is the use of me being in Vrindavan? What is the use of my life? What even if Krishna, your beloved, approaches me and I have the opportunity to serve him, but without you I have no interest in that service. So I'm only praying for your mercy. I only want to serve you. I don't want anything else. This is my only desire. So like this, we can try to follow in the footsteps of Srila Raghunath Das Goswami. Gurudev said, do bhajan like Raghunath Das Goswami, but this is not so easy. So we can only pray for mercy to have such a greed in our heart, like Raghunath Das Goswami, like Rupa Goswami, like all the Goswamis, and that we can somehow attract the mercy of Gurudev, our Guru Rupa Saki, and attract the mercy of Rupa Manjari, Lalita Saki, so that they can tell Shrimati Radhika, oh, there's one devotee living in Braj, and she only has one desire. She's one pointed to your lotus feet. She doesn't have any other desire. She only wants to serve you. So please bestow your causeless mercy upon her. If somehow or another we are the recipient of the loving sidelong glance of Shrimati Radhika, what are we praying? In this Radha Kripa Kadaksha Staviraj, that Kada Kavisha Siyamam Pipa Kadaksha Vajamam, that please Shrimati Radhika bestow your loving sidelong glance upon me, so that I have no other desire for anything else in this world. My one and only desire is just to serve you. So with that, I finish there, and we've completed our parikrama of Varshana Dham. Jai Shiv Varshana Dham ki Jai, Shri Vrishabhanu Nandini Shrimati Radhika ki Jai, Shantai Gaur Premanandi Hari Bol. So tomorrow we can go to yeah.
Yeah, so my question is, the one pastime that you were describing about when Krishna went to see, he saw Chandravali and then he was spending time with Chandravali. I'm just trying to understand, was it like Yoga Maya's? Have you heard anything that Srila Gurudev has said or the acharyas about some deeper meaning as to why Krishna forgot, because he would be absorbed in Srimati Radhika, right? And wanting to eagerly waiting to see Srimati Radhika. So how was he able to spend time with Chandravali and seemingly forget,
Yeah. But this is all actually ultimately the desire of Krishna, arranged by Yogamaya, because this is for the sake of ras, because there's always meeting and separation. If it's only meeting, then there's no real ras, and the separation heightens, intensifies the meeting, the sweet loving exchanges in the meeting. So like this, Shrimati Radhika, she performs man only for Krishna's pleasure. This man is one type of separation. There's 4 different types of separation. So like this, when Krishna he never ever forgets Radhika. He never ever diverts his mind from Shrimati Radhika, but for the sake of ras, then Yogamaya is covering, and he's becoming diverted, absorbed in Chandravali and other gopis like this. But all those gopis are expansions of Shrimati Radhika anyway, right? So in that sense, only one pointed to her and absorbed in her, but in another form. But anyhow, Krishna likes to play with the feelings of Shrimati Radhika, so that will bring out more ras, you can say. So like this, he's becoming so-called diverted, and like this, then he becomes like in a panic, like panic mode. Oh no, Radhika is going to be so upset, and this intensifies his eagerness, his greed to meet with Shrimati Radhika, right? So when that greed is so much there, then then he has to do so much to pacify a man, and then meeting after that separation, that man becomes so intense and so sweet and so beautiful. So like this. Say anything, Sean?
I just thought of something that our Bhaktivedanta Maharaj, when he was here a couple months ago,
Yeah.
one of his disciples, he asked him a question. He asked Madhu Maharaj, Gurudev, why is it that some souls go to Chandravali's camp? And Madhu Maharaj gave this amazing explanation that I've never heard before.
Yeah, you want to tell?
Madhu Maharaj said, you can go there and find out.
Yeah, so all our acharyas, they're one pointed towards Srimati Radhika. And Raghunath Das Goswami says, there's this pastime where some Saki Stali, where some Saki from Chandravali's camp is offering like some buttermilk. He notices in a leaf cup from Chandravali's camp, and he tells, get out from here, I don't want to see your face like this. He's completely one-pointed towards Srimati Radhika. So in the same way, we want to follow in the footsteps of Raghunath Das Goswami, who's topmost Rupanuga Vaishnava, and develop this mood of being one-pointed to Radhika. Not even wanted to hear the name of Chandravali. Okay. Anyone else? Any final questions or comments? Okay.
Radhe 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 Jai Jai Krishna Radhe Radhe